Hello, Amanda.
Nice of you to finally text me. I've been calling your number.
I'm sorry, my mom had my phone the whole time, so I didn't know it was ringing.
Your mom? I can't believe this. Where are you, Nick?
Is there something I'm missing?
What do you mean by that statement? I've been waiting for you for hours. Do you even know what day it is?
Of course. Today's Valentine's Day. How would I forget?
Oh, so this is funny to you?
Don't get me wrong. I sent you a loving text this morning, Amanda.
You mean the one where you said, "Happy Valentine's Day to my longest-staying girlfriend. I hope our love outlives Saint Valentine." What the heck is that?
But you said thank you, so I thought you liked it.
I said thank you because I didn't want you to feel bad for trying.
Look, I'm sorry, babe. You know I'm not so good with words.
I know that, so I'll let it slide.
Thanks. Don't worry, I'm gonna make it up to you tonight.
Gosh, tonight? Babe, we were supposed to meet up for a date this evening. Don't tell me you have forgotten.
I haven't.
Then tell me why I've been waiting for close to 2 hours at Prince Lee's restaurant.
OMG, Amanda, you could have texted me or something. I thought we slated the dinner for 8 p.m. I'm sorry, Amanda. What do I do now?
You come over here this instant, of course, and save me from the shame of having to sit all alone and watch other couples loving up when I have a boyfriend.
That's where there's a problem. I can't.
What do you mean by you can't? You've got to be kidding me right now, Nick. We agreed to meet by 5 p.m. and spend the rest of the evening together. I had to close early from work today, go home and freshen up so I could be ready for 5. Besides, this dinner was your idea. You've been planning it for months.
I'm so sorry, babe. You know I wouldn't do something like this, but my mom, she put me up to this.
Huh? Your mom asked you to cancel our dinner plans on Valentine's Day?
That's not it exactly. She has this book reading event or something like that. She didn't know how to get there, so she asked me to help her out.
Why couldn't she use a Google map for directions? This doesn't make sense.
She didn't want to go alone.
I see. So it had to be you, of all people. You could have just told her that we had a date tonight.
Yeah, I told her. She asked what my plans were for you on Valentine's Day, so I told her I'd be taking you on a date at that fancy Princely restaurant. Then we'd go watch a movie and spend the night at your place.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, she asked me if I could take her to a book reading event slated for 2 p.m.
And you agreed? On Valentine's Day? It's not like I don't want you to do stuff for your mom, but it shouldn't clash with our plans. You're supposed to spend Valentine's Day with me, Nick.
I'm sorry, babe. I thought I'd be able to make it back before 5 p.m. since the event was slated for 2. But it turned out the event would be starting at 4. And my mom had left with my phone to take pictures with some friends, so I couldn't reach you.
So you lied when you said you thought we fixed our date for 8 p.m.
I'm very sorry, Amanda. I did that to avoid bringing my mom into the conversation.
Ugh, this is so annoying. Why would your mom do something like this?
Don't blame my mom, Amanda. She's just a loving mom who wants to spend some quality time with her son, that's all. Besides, she won't be around for much longer.
I don't understand you sometimes, Nick. 1 minute you're all supportive of me, then the moment you get a call from your mom, you begin to gloat over her and forget totally about me. I don't appreciate this trend one bit.
Babe, I know you think I'm attached to my mom, but that's not the case. You and I have forever to see each other, so we can make little sacrifices like this for my mom once in a while, right?
Ugh, I guess we can. And please, let it just be once in a while and not a common occurrence.
Yes, totally. Once again, I'm so sorry. Don't worry, we should still be able to watch the movie at the cinema by the time I'm back.
Uh-huh. Let me guess. Are you planning to wait till the event is over?
Yes, I can't leave my old mother all alone.
Old mother? Dude, she's like barely over 50.
Amanda, it's my mom we're speaking of.
I know. I'm sorry, babe. I'm just kidding. The movie would probably be over by the time you're back, so just come over to my place, will ya?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for being understanding, Amanda.
Sure. My regards to your mom. Amanda, I never knew you could be so petty. What is it this time, Carla?
Don't act all stupid around me. You're a cunning girl and I know it.
I don't appreciate you talking to me in this manner.
Like I care. Why did you make Nicholas leave his poor mother out all alone? He hurriedly dropped me off at my apartment and left to see you. He didn't even wait to hug or kiss me goodbye. You're such a bad girlfriend, Amanda.
Really? The real question should be, why would you stop my boyfriend, Nick, from spending Valentine's Day with me? No reasonable mother does that, for crying out loud.
What do you mean I stopped him from spending Valentine's Day with you? I needed my son urgently and he came to my rescue.
Yeah, like you couldn't have taken a taxi to the book reading event yourself?
No way I take a taxi when my son is rich.
You always take a taxi when you have to go out. You intentionally did this to spite me. Come to think of it, you can't even read. So why did you suddenly insist on attending an event that would be of no use to you, if not that you wanted to ruin a perfect day for Nick and me, huh?
What do you mean I can't read? How dare you talk to me rudely?
I haven't said anything rude, at least not yet. I'm just stating the obvious facts. You're not exactly the reading type.
So what? I could pick up any hobby I wanted anytime I wanted to.
Alrighty, I've gotta go now.
Wait, is my son at your house?
Yes?
Okay, hand over your phone to him. I've been trying to reach him, but his phone seems to be switched off.
Well, that's because you drained the battery, taking unnecessary pictures of random people at the event.
Shush your mouth, young lady. What I do with my son's phone is none of your business. Now hand over your phone to my son. I want to speak with him.
Didn't you check the time? It's almost midnight.
I can have access to my son whenever I want to. Now do as I say.
You can have Nick under your rule and command, but not me. Nick and I are having a nice time here, so I suggest you maintain some dignity and mind your business, ma'am.
I know just how to deal with girls like you.
Whatever. Have a nice night, ma'am.
Hello, Amanda.
Hi, Nick.
Are you busy? Can we talk now?
I'm at work, but I think I can spare a few minutes.
Okay, thanks. My mom moved in with me today.
What? Why? How?
She said she was very angry that I'd chosen you over her by spending the night at your place instead of her place on Valentine's Day. So it made her feel like all her years of raising me had gone to waste. Therefore, she'd be moving in to train me to respect her again, or something like that.
This has got to be the joke of the century. A 58-year-old mom moves in with her 30-year-old son to train him on respect?
Amanda, I can't believe I'm laughing as well.
It's okay that you enjoy my sense of humor, but try to reason with me. Your mother has no reason to move in with you.
I know.
Then tell her to return to her house.
That's the problem, I can't. She's only doing this because I disrespected her. Asking her to return sounds like I'm disrespecting her further. That would annoy her even more, and there's no telling what she'll do next.
Babe, this is not cool at all, and you know it. When exactly are you gonna outgrow your mom's bridal?
Stop making my mom look like a bad person. She's doing exactly what a good mother would do. No one wants their child to turn out disrespectful.
Child? Just listen to yourself, Nick. You're no longer a child. Your mom is just being manipulative.
Try to see things from my perspective also. What if my mom develops a heart attack because I send her back?
Let me guess, that's part of her backup lines, right? The lies she cooked up just so you'd feel remorseful for making the best decision?
Well, she said things like her old age would be miserable whenever she remembers her son doesn't listen to her anymore.
Do you know what this translates to? The house you're staying in is supposed to be our home when we get married.
I know that. That doesn't stop my mom from living with us.
There's no way in devil's hell that I would live under the same roof with your mother. This woman doesn't even like me.
That's not true. My mom loved you from the very first day I introduced her to you. I remember she spoke so much about how beautiful you are.
Yeah, your mom was initially nice until she figured out that you were serious about me and intended to get married.
That's not true, Amanda.
Can't you see your mother is getting in the way of the both of us getting married?
No, No.
What do you mean, no? Why won't she let our families meet then? You see what I'm trying to say? It's time you choose between your mom and me.
I choose you, Amanda. But I choose my mom also. Can you please let my mom just move in with me? She's here already, and I think she's settling down pretty well. It's not a bad idea if you think about it. When we get married, we'll need a helping hand, especially when we begin to have kids.
Gosh, you're taking this too far, Nick.
I'm so sorry. I love you so much, but I love my mom too. I'm just trying to look for ways to have you both in my life.
The proper thing is for us to have a discussion first before you make any decision that affects us both.
I understand. That's what I'm doing now.
No, this is after the damage has been done. Makes me feel like my opinion doesn't matter.
I sincerely apologize, Amanda.
All right, Nick. I guess your mom can stay with you for a while, but she should move out once we get married.
All right, babe. I'll just try to cajole her ahead of time. Bye, love.
XOXO.
Hello, young lady.
Hello, future mother-in-law.
Watch your mouth, Amanda. I'm no one's future mother-in-law.
I feel Nick is going to propose to me pretty soon. Aren't you texting to congratulate me?
Congratulate you for what? Don't be silly, sissy. I'm texting to let you know that it's time your lazy ass gets back to work.
What do you mean? I'm currently at work.
Look at you taking pride in some lame sales girl job. That's not a befitting job for anyone my son is dating.
I'm not a sales girl where I work.
Like I care what doormat role you're working.
Jeez, I'm sorry for getting you so worked up, Ma. I'm just trying to have a fun conversation here.
By twisting my words? Is that how you talk to my dear Nicholas too?
No, not exactly. Although he admits I do have a great sense of humor.
Well, I don't care. Just get your lazy ass to Nick's house this instant.
Huh? What's going on at his house?
To work, of course. The house is where a lady's supposed to work. This house is a mess. Since I got here, you haven't visited at all. I've been the one doing all the cooking, cleaning, and washing. And you think I'm gonna let my son marry a lazy woman like you? Never.
How's that possible? I remember hiring a maid to take care of the house.
What maid? I fired her already. Why should Nicholas have a maid when he has a girlfriend?
Because his girlfriend doesn't live with him, for goodness sake. Even if I lived with him, I wouldn't be able to keep up with the housework. My job is very demanding.
I don't want to hear one more thing about your lousy job, okay?
Okay. If you fired the maid, I guess it's because you feel capable of handling the task yourself.
What? Preposterous! You want an old lady like me to break her back slaving away in her son's house?
God forbid. I wouldn't let anything hurt you. Can we just reach a compromise and settle this matter already?
We can. If only you're willing to do as I say.
Okay, I'm all ears.
You'll stop by the house in the morning to clean it and make breakfast for myself and my son. Then you'll also stop by in the evening to do the same.
You've got to be joking, right? You want me to handle the drive from my place to where you are, do all the house chores, clean, and still get to work in time? You know that's not gonna work, right?
You'd better make it work if you want to marry my son. I won't let my dear Nicholas marry a woman who can't maintain the house. Back in my days, wives were very hardworking. I'd cook, clean, do the laundry, mow the lawns, drop off the kids at school, and still make sure dinner was ready by 6 p.m. sharp.
You are a strong woman, Carla.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised it took you this long to realize that I'm a superwoman and you're just a weakling.
I'm not a weakling, Carla. I equally have areas where I am strong. Combining housewife duties and my job is just not my thing. Of course, I enjoy cooking and washing the dishes, but there are some things I'd prefer to get a hired help for so I can have more time to grow my career.
Oh, please. A woman doesn't need to build a career if her husband is working. That's exactly the kind of woman I want for my boy.
A woman who stays at home and doesn't work? I'm afraid that's not the kind of person I am.
Are you sure you want to get married to Nicholas?
Yes, I'm 100% sure, ma'am.
Then resume your duties here tomorrow morning.
Does Nick know about this arrangement?
What? Do you think he'd kick against it if he knew? Oh, be a good girl and do as I say, okay?
I'm not comfortable with this, Carla. I'll still have to discuss how I feel with Nick.
Who cares about your feelings?
Nick does. Besides, I believe he'd listen to me since I let him live there in the first place.
What do you mean by let him live there?
The mansion belongs to me, Carla.
You're such a petty little liar. The mansion belongs to my son.
I love how disillusioned you are. I own the mansion, Carla. It was bought in my name.
What? How is that so? So you mean my son paid for the house and made them put your name on the documents?
What? No! It was a birthday gift from my father. I chose not to live there because it's just too big. I mean, what do I need a mansion for when I live alone? When Nick and I got closer, I let him live there because it was closer to the branch where he worked.
Wow, I never knew.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Mommy.
Well, since it's a gift from your dad, that means it cost you nothing. So you won't be taking it back, right?
Well, it depends. Nick is living in the mansion because we're still in a relationship.
You know what? I think you and Nick are going to make a great couple. Just do as I say and there will be no more trouble. Hire a new maid. Since the mansion is yours, you can just come around to oversee things.
I'm still going to discuss it with Nick, though. But I'll do the best I can tomorrow morning, just for peace sake. Goodbye, ma'am.
All right, I'll be expecting you then. It's so funny that I get to train you alongside my son. Now I can be fully confident that you're ready to marry my son. In fact, start this evening. I can't wait to start teaching you already. Amanda. Hey, babe.
Hi.
How's work going?
Great.
What's with the one-liners? Is something the matter?
Of course something's wrong. When were you going to tell me that your mom fired the domestic staff I hired?
Oh, that. I figured it wasn't much of a big deal since she's been the one running the house.
You could have at least carried me along.
I would have if I knew of it too.
Wait, don't tell me your mom runs the house now?
That's not it. I'm just too busy, so I just let her do what she wants to do.
Why do I feel like you're lying your way out again?
Lying? No way.
Really? What I think is that you can't stand up to your mom when she makes unnecessary demands.
Honestly, this wouldn't be an issue if you can just be patient and get along with my mom.
Oh, don't talk to me about patience, Nick. I've been patient all along, but I won't overlook things that could affect us in the long run. Babe, you can't just let your mom run the house the way she wants to. She'll get used to being in control and won't want to leave again. Remember, it's going to be our home when we get married. I don't want your mom to have any reason to influence our decisions.
I know all this, and I'm trying my best from here, Amanda.
Nope. On the contrary, you're being so nonchalant. I feel like I'm one step closer to a breakdown, especially since your mom had the gall to ask me to come over and clean the house every day.
Wait, did she message you already? 'Cause that's why I had to text you.
I'm not sure you know what I'm referring to.
Mom fell and injured her back while cleaning the attic this morning. It's a serious fall and I'm far away, so I need you to go to the house to check up on her and rush her to the hospital immediately.
What? No! I spoke with her this morning and she was fine.
Well, this happened not long ago. You were the first person I could think of messaging.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, I'll go check up on her.
Thank you so much, love.
Don't mention it. I'll grab my car keys right now. I don't know the words to express how I feel right now, Nick.
I know, right?
I so didn't see that one coming. Like I was rushing down to your house, scared that your mom was injured and alone in the house, only to see that you had planned a surprise proposal? Like, OMG!
Well, that's the Nick stunt.
I must admit it felt more like a prank, though. I had a good laugh as you slid the ring onto my finger. And when I saw the shocked look on your mom's face, that has got to be the highlight of the day.
I guess I've picked up your sense of humor in the time we've spent together. You know I planned this proposal behind my mom's back.
Obviously.
Won't you commend my bravery?
Huh? It's not a big deal, though. But take your flowers, baby.
Thanks.
The ring is so beautiful. I've shared the pictures with my friends already.
I'm glad you like it.
So, how long have you been planning this?
I wanted to propose to you on Valentine's Day.
You don't say.
Yeah, but remember how that day turned into an argument over my mom?
Yeah, how could I forget?
Yeah. We've moved from one argument to another since then, so I've been waiting for the perfect moment. When my mom kept ranting to me about you coming over to the house to clean every day, I knew you'd get so pissed. I knew she wouldn't back down also. So I had to think fast before I lost the best woman I've ever loved.
Aw, so cute. But wait, that means you knew of your mom's plans?
It's not what you think, Amanda.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not gonna let anything ruin this beautiful day. Now that you've proposed to me, I believe whatever your mom wanted is bygone.
Yeah, now is the time to start strengthening your bond with her.
What? Does that mean I still have to stop by the house every day?
I'm afraid you do.
That's unfair, babe. I wouldn't be able to keep up.
Oh, don't worry. I'll do most of the work before you come.
I don't see that happening. Not with your mom's obstinacy.
Come on, hon. It's only for a while. I'm sure she's just testing you. She'll back down soon, you'll see.
Testing me, you say? How would you feel if my parents made such demands to you to test you? After all, I'm also their only child.
I totally get you, Amanda. Your parents are very amazing people. My mom is just so overprotective. I'm her only child. You know my dad left us, and she's the only one who raised me. I guess that's why she's very particular about me.
I understand she had it tough while raising you, but that's not an excuse to hate me.
My mom doesn't hate you. I know she'll come around someday. I've seen this happen in the movies. Soon she'll know what an amazing soul you are and come to love you.
That sounds sweet, but I've also seen this happen several times in our relationship. You standing up for your mom only for her to do something worse the next time. It's beginning to get exhausting.
Do you love me, Amanda?
Yes, I do. If I didn't, I wouldn't have agreed to marry you.
Then you should trust me on this one. I promise my mom will change.
Nick, all I want is a beautiful marriage with lovely kids and supportive grandparents. I don't want my mother-in-law to be someone who constantly gives me a headache.
I understand how you feel. I promise I'll make her change. Just be patient with her, okay?
All right. We've had several conversations on how to handle issues with your mom, yet nothing is changing. You keep making empty promises, and I don't know how much longer I can keep up with this.
I promise this is the last time I'm putting you through this.
Make sure she moves out before we get married, okay?
Sure thing. Thanks so much. You're an amazing woman.
What kind of stunt did you just pull, Carla?
You must be so shocked right now, huh? I can still picture the horrific look on your face when I walked in.
What the heck? Are you out of your senses? How dare you show up at my wedding dressed in a wedding gown? I know you hate me, but what has gotten into you?
Watch your tone, young lady. Don't you dare speak to me in that manner.
I can speak to you any way I want to, after what you've done to me.
Huh, you thought you could get my son so easily? Look at you. Poor, pathetic salesgirl wanting to marry my successful son? No way.
Is that why you hate me? Because I work in a shopping mall? How low of you!
You're the one who's a lowlife trying to steal my son's wealth, gold digger.
Wow. It's interesting to see that this is what you really think about me.
Yeah, and that's not the only thing. You're lazy. You only come around the house once in a while, and when you do, you make Nick do most of the work. Why should my dear son have to soil his precious hands doing house chores?
Nick was helping me voluntarily. I didn't have to force him. Besides, that's how we agreed we'd run the home, splitting chores or hiring someone to help.
That's the wrong way to run a home. That's not how I ran my home. I wouldn't take that from you either.
You speak like getting married to your son is equivalent to getting married to you.
Uh-huh. And that's not all. You also couldn't cook if your life depended on it.
I've lived in 3 different countries, so I do have great culinary skills. Just because I made a mistake in one dish doesn't mean I'm a bad cook.
It does.
Fine, are you done? Or is there more hatred for you to spew out?
I guess that'd be all for now. Would you come outside from wherever you're hiding now and complete this wedding? Because it doesn't seem like I'll be able to prevent you from getting married. Nick won't stop crying like a baby.
He's crying?
Yes, so get your lazy ass here. Let's get this wedding done ASAP. I'm beginning to feel stuffy in this outfit.
I already left.
What? No way.
Look around you. Do you see my parents or family members around?
No, I don't.
That's because we've left already.
But why would you leave? The wedding was just starting.
You don't think I'd stay after the scene you caused? Walking in behind my bridal train in a wedding dress? There's no way I'd commit myself to such a marriage with a crazy woman like you in the picture. My parents followed me when I ran outside the hall. They were equally embarrassed and hurt on my behalf. I just had to leave with them.
Does that mean this wedding isn't taking place anymore? Like I don't get to see your ugly face anymore?
Can't you read the writing on the wall?
Splendid. I'll make the announcements to the wedding guests myself. They're beginning to leave anyway. Now don't you dare come back to beg my son, though. I'll ensure he doesn't listen to you.
On the contrary, I think it's your son who should try to beg me.
Why would he? Nicholas is a noble man and would know when to call it quits.
Indeed. Mama's a noble man. As far as I know, Nick was hoping he'd be able to get a better placement at my dad's business. He didn't tell me, but I could see it from the way he interacted with my dad. At the time, I wasn't bothered. There's no way that'd be happening anymore.
How's that possible? Who's your dad, anyway?
Alan Stewart, president and CEO of A. Stewart Malls.
What? The popular A. Stewart Malls? Oh my god, I didn't realize.
That's because we don't brag. Plus, you would have known if you paid attention when our families met. I'm Amanda Stewart's, his only daughter, and I oversee about 11 branches of our malls.
This can't be. I know Nicholas is a manager at a big mall in town. When he told me you work at a mall also, I thought you were just a sales girl and he was your manager.
We work at different places. I'm not surprised that a person like you would think such condescending thoughts.
This is all your fault! You should have corrected me when I called you a sales girl.
That wouldn't have made any difference.
Well, it doesn't matter now. Nicholas doesn't need a silly mall manager job when he has a huge mansion to his name.
A huge mansion to his name, indeed.
Uh-huh. We just sell it off if the worst happens.
Really? Like you can sell what isn't yours. Thanks for giving me a good idea, though.
Huh?
Never mind. Do me a favor and never contact me again.
Hello, Amanda.
Hi, Nick.
How do I put this? Can we see each other? Like, can we meet to talk?
What for?
You know, about all that happened last week.
Refresh my memory. What happened last week?
Oh, don't be like this, babe.
Whoa. You don't get to call me that anymore.
Why, Amanda?
Are you really asking me that question? I can't believe it took you a week to reach out to me after all that happened on our wedding day.
I'm so sorry about that, Amanda. I wanted to, but I just couldn't bring myself to face you. I haven't been myself since that day. I barely eat. I haven't taken a shower in days.
Listen to yourself. Do you even care about me at all? What I experienced on my wedding day was so horrible and highly embarrassing. The memory keeps flooding back and I just burst into tears. Your mom completely ruined my wedding day. You weren't affected in any way, Nick. You have absolutely no excuse to not reach out.
I don't think there's anything I can say to justify myself at this point. My life is so miserable. You won't believe I lost my job.
Actually, I can believe anything at this point.
It was entirely my fault. I got so busy with our wedding preparations that I wasn't meeting some of my obligations for about a month. I figured that since your father owns a chain of malls, it wouldn't be hard to make me a manager in one of them.
What a stupid way to think. You never received any promise of a job from my dad, yet you stupidly lost your job.
Come on, Amanda, try to be nice. I received my dismissal letter this morning. I had no strength to do anything than just talk to you.
Don't patronize me. I'm sick and tired of your childish and selfish ways. I'm sure you'd still be moping around if you weren't sacked. I'm glad the wedding didn't take place, because that'd have been the biggest mistake of my life. Fix your problem yourself. Bye forever. Amanda, I've been dialing your number. Why aren't you picking up my calls? Can you stop being a nuisance, for goodness sake? It's my phone and I can decide whose call to pick. What do you want from me? I need you to return my house to me right now. Your house? I never knew you owned a house. And if you did, why would it be in my possession? I know you know what I mean. No, I don't. I'm talking about the mansion. The mansion I let your son live in? The same mansion you moved into without my consent? How dare you call it your own? You're getting worked up for the wrong reasons, Amanda. Whatever belongs to my son belongs to me also. You don't seem to get it, do you? It doesn't even belong to Nick. Fine. That's a discussion for some other day. There's a much bigger problem now. Some folks came over to the mansion 2 days ago and said they were the new owners of the house. They showed me some documents claiming their ownership, but I didn't budge. Now they're here with the police asking us to leave. Oh, okay. How is that my concern? Don't act all nonchalant now. How could they have legal documents for the house? 'Cause I believe the police wouldn't back them up if it wasn't legal. 'Cause I sold the house. What? I thought we had an agreement that you won't take the mansion back. We had no such agreement. Nick and I are no longer in a relationship, so getting the house back was the best thing to do. I knew it'd be difficult to get you both to move out, so I decided to sell it instead because I knew the new owners would take action if you both didn't oblige. What? No, please don't do that, Amanda. Where would I live? I've settled into the mansion already. It just feels like mine. Uh-huh. That explains why you enjoyed bossing me around whenever I came. Can't you just let bygones be bygones? Of course. I need to rest from all this drama. Let's act like we don't know each other henceforth. Come on, you can't just leave Nick this way. He's the love of your life, isn't he? Was. Don't be mean, Amanda. Don't you know what this means? Nick and I are practically homeless right now. Nick has no job. Our lives are miserable. He can always get another job. I know my son, Amanda. He's heartbroken, and he takes time to recover from heartbreaks. He could keep moping around for weeks or months. You know your son is this way, yet you keep ruining his relationships. He told me how his previous girlfriends barely stayed beyond 2 months because of your bad behavior. You could get a job to fend for you both while he's still moping around. I suggest you try working as a housekeeper, since you always brag about how hardworking you are. I'm too old for that. At this point, I don't care. I'm so sorry for all the hurt I've caused you, Amanda. Can't you just forget and move on like it never happened? I promise not to interfere in your relationship with my son anymore. I've had enough of you, Carla. Don't ever contact me again. After the whole drama on my wedding day, I stayed back at my parents' house for a while. I later traveled out of the country to relax and get over the heartache. I learned from my parents that after I got my house sold, Nick and his mother came to their house to plead with me, but weren't even let in. They had to live on the little savings they had until Carla could get a job because Nick refused to stop moping and get out of depression. Luckily for me, I met and fell in love with someone else while on my vacation. He's so loving, caring, and of course detached from his mom's strings. It's a good thing to finally have a mother-in-law who's understanding and supportive.